my next question, I think Juan Carlos kind of touched on it, digitizing everything, getting tablets in the store. But what measures or what other measures have you implemented to accurately track and manage employee hours and breaks and minimize the risk of labor law violation?
I've been blessed with a lot of knowledge. I've been in this industry for 24 years. I was in the thick of it when we had the argument back in 2003, 4, when we had the argument of exempt, non-exempt employees. We went through all that. Then we have all this issues with the time and attendance. I've been in it when it wasn't really a thing. So as a franchisee, I worked for 2 different companies at one, and we always were, the argument was, why can't the franchisor create a time and attendance through the POS? And come to find out, it's for their best interest because they don't want to have that liability. And I get that. I respect that now as I've been in the industry. But like you're doing, Mike, it's to try to police that data, those timesheets. It could be hours and hours of a week for that. And it's one of those things where I wanted to get automated, and I don't want to have to police it. I want to police the system at the end. I don't want to have to do that constant. I was a district manager having to comb through timesheets to make sure that our people were giving the breaks, and we missed a lot of stuff. And it created, if I was trying to do that, it's going to create a lot of liability, a lot of risk. So I basically needed to figure out a company that find a company that could actually do that for me. And lo and behold, I use Harry, and my time and attendance with Harry, they basically do all that policing for me. And I've structured it from years ago that we want to keep people under that 6 hours, because after they get over that 6 hours, the liability increases. The more hours, it's unfortunate, the more hours our employees work, the more of a risk they put us, because there's so many other things that we have to adapt. Okay, the overtime, split wages, 10-minute breaks, and all this. So if you condense your business and streamline the operations and get them under the 6 hours, then you can allow a platform like Harry to do all the time and attendance. And we basically monitor to make sure that the reporting is correct. So when I run my payroll, it's paying every single break violation every pay period. But I still need to have accountability. And the accountability part would be at the store level and empowering my general managers. So the general managers know exactly what they need to watch out for. And it ties in with them and basically tracking how many violations they have per pay period and a given 4-week period. So right now, I've been with Harry for over 2.5 years, 3 years, no, 3 years. And right now, I'm very pleased to say that each store averages about 2 break violations a pay period. So we're about 4 pay periods, 4 violations per period out of a staff that's about 19 employees. And we pay those. So then we go an extra layer above that, and we, through Anthony, he does audits every biannual basis, where he's going to go through the timesheets and make sure that we're holding Harry accountable, and Harry's doing the proper procedures of as they're tabulating all the violations and paying the reporting time and making sure that the overtime is calculated properly. I need to make sure, and I give that to Anthony, and Anthony is going to be checking all my timesheets and making sure that everybody is basically getting paid for the break violations. And we're as an organization, we're operating at that level that we're monitoring it well, and it's holding my managers accountable. And we're doing well, and I hope we can continue that, because that'll be a huge burden off my back, because a lot of us are operating we're one lawsuit away from going bankrupt, and I just don't want that. I want to make sure that we're all in this together, and it's a lot of people involved, and there's a lot of stuff out there, and so every twice a year, Anthony will be checking the pay stubs, be checking the timesheets, and making sure they conduct their own audit in case that we have any issues.